We are the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives, and when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told you need a lawyer, but that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or a loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at FordofHagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
The following sports special is a broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR, Martinsburg. It's time for the fun of a summertime tradition with Little League All-Star Baseball.
Play ball!
And now, let's go to the ballpark and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Good afternoon and welcome out to Oatsdale Park here in Martinsburg, West Virginia for the District 6 Little League All-Star Tournament. The winner of this game advances in the tournament to the runner-up championship, and then the winner of that game will advance to the state tournament. We have two games here tonight. The District 6 championship game, which features Jefferson, and tonight we have Hedgesville versus Moorefield here in game one. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop. And Dylan, we saw a lot of good things from this Hedgesville team. They battle out of the losers bracket to be the runner-ups in Area 1, and showed throughout the tournament some great improvement, some great pitching, and some great power in the lineup.
Right. They just barely lost, you could say, to Jefferson. It was a 3-run inning they gave up, and we're almost able to make a comeback to come back around in the area tournament. So Jefferson ended up getting that win and eventually moving on to being the champions of the area. So they get the chance to go to the state tournament with one win tonight against Mineral County in the game after this one. But Hedgesville had a really impressive rest of the area tournament where their offense started to explode. They showed that they had a whole lot of depth in their pitching. And it came around to show that they are just as good, if not a little better than Jefferson, if you ask me, because I think that those teams are at least pretty even. They showed a lot of aggressiveness on the base paths as well, so this should be a really fun one here.
Yeah, we'll see Moorefield obviously coming up with a runner-up appearance as well, but let's go ahead and take a 2-minute break, and on the other side of that break, we'll have first pitch in your starting lineups. This is Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Hi, this is Larry DeMarco. I'm with Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Macy Folk and I have a new listing here at 614 South Queen Street. We'd love to give you a tour.
This charming stone home is turnkey ready. It has 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a fenced-in backyard, stone fireplace, new HVAC, stainless steel appliances, hardwood floors on the first 2 levels, and luxury vinyl flooring on the 3rd and 4th levels. There's plenty of room for a growing family with 2,008 square feet of living space. The home is located within walking distance to Martinsburg High School at 614 South Queen Street. Stop inside to discover a fully renovated interior that exudes elegance and charm by calling Macy Folk at 304-676-5050 or by emailing her at macyfolk1@gmail.com. The Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results is located at 804 North Queen Street in Martinsburg.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
We'll welcome you back here to Oatsdale Park. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop. Tom McLaughlin back in the studio. Our starting lineups are brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust for your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Start with the visitors, Moorefield. It'll be Finn leading off and playing second base, batting second, the center fielder Baldwin, batting third, the third baseman Taylor, batting fourth, the catcher Kidwell, batting fifth, Reel, the extra hitter, batting sixth, the shortstop Williams, batting seventh, the first baseman Kreitz, batting eighth, the pitcher Watts, batting ninth, the left fielder Harvey, and rounding out the lineup in the 10th spot is C, and in the 11th spot is Constable, who will play right field. For Hedgesville, it will be Spurgeon leading off and playing center field, batting second, Green, the left fielder, batting third, Funk at first base, batting fourth, Michael, the extra hitter, batting fifth, the catcher Kaplan, batting sixth, the third baseman Bass, batting seventh, the right fielder Teets, batting eighth, Frank Hauser, the second baseman, batting ninth, Fink, the extra hitter, batting 10th, Biden, batting 11th, Deeds, the pitcher, and rounding out the lineup, the shortstop, Hartle. So Hedgesville will send Deeds to the mound, who we saw pitch very well in that closeout game against South Berkeley, I believe it was, for Deeds, who helped lead Hedgesville to that win. Hedgesville finishing 3-1 in the Area 1 tournament. Moorefield finished 2-1. So we get ready for first pitch, which is brought to you by the Murius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or call 304-263-4343. So Dylan, we'll see this Hedgesville team here once again, and they really turned it on toward the end of that tournament. A 15-0 win over South Berkeley and a 12-0 win over Martinsburg to close things out. 12-0 and then the 15-0 win. But either way, very impressive run for Hedgesville after kind of a slow start with a 3-1 loss to Jefferson and a 2-0 win over Morgan County.
Right, and we saw Easton Deeds on the mound in that last game of the tournament, so it's interesting that they turn around here and use him in the first game of the district tournament.
Have had some time off, but yeah, Deeds getting the start here in game one. And the pitch from Deeds is low for ball one.
Right, obviously he has the rest. It's just kind of interesting to see that the order of the rotation they decided to go in.
Yeah, I think they probably feel pretty confident in all their guys. So maybe the thought process as well is that they'll have to win two. Give Deeds here in game one, as here's a swing and a miss for a strike, and then probably whoever you consider to be that top guy out of those three, but all of them pitching well in the tournament. So the 1-1 hit on the ground towards shortstop Nolan Hartle, and Hartle throws to first in time for the out. So that'll bring to the plate Jake Baldwin, the center fielder. Baldwin playing center field, wearing number 30. And the pitch here from Easton Deeds is a called strike one.
Deeds throws with a lot of velocity. We'll see if Moorefield can keep up with him.
The 0-1. Breaking ball high for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Top of the first inning, which is brought to you by the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, proudly serving our area since 1880. The 1-1 misses a little bit high for ball two. 1-1 here at Oatsdale Park. Has the 2-1. A little bit low for ball three.
His control was a little bit of an issue in that first start as well, but he came around and pitched incredibly well.
Yeah, he got off to, I think, a little bit of a slow start with the pitch count at least. The 3-1 is a called strike two, as Baldwin thought it was a little bit outside for ball four, but not the ruling from the home plate umpire. And now it's a 3-2 count. And the next pitch inside for ball four, so Deeds gives up a walk.
Now batting, number 23, Taylor.
I'll bring Taylor to the plate, the third baseman. One of the taller kids we've seen in the tournament. And Taylor digs in and takes that first pitch high and outside for ball one. And the 1-0. Low for a ball, 2-0 count.
Deeds just needs to get the ball in the strike zone. I mean, he's got the velocity. He's got some movement on his pitches.
And the 2-0, low and outside for ball three. So we'll see if Deeds can settle back in, as he's fallen behind here 3-0 after giving up the 1-out walk. And the 3-0 pitch is a called strike one at the knees. Three-one count, 1 out. Top half of the first inning. The next pitch from Easton Deeds is hit on the ground up the middle. That will get through for a base hit. And it's runners on first and second for Moorefield with just one away. And that will bring Eli Kidwell to the plate.
Now batting, number 2.
I think Deeds had a little bit of this issue in the area tournament, getting guys on base. But he was able to strand them in that game. So see if he can do it here. But it's tough competition up here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, all these teams have at least 1-2 games, so everybody has proven an ability to at least get to this point. It's a 1-0 count, but nice pitch. Swing and a miss for a strike. But early on, I think it's important too, Dylan. You got to make them earn it. You don't want to give up too many walks or fall behind too many counts. So,
right, those pitch counts matter, even though it's 2 games.
Popped up into right field, and coming in is Camden Teets to make the catch. As the second baseman Frankhauser was going back as well, but Teets called him off, and he hauled it in for the second out.
The really important second out.
For sure. I mean, you had 2 guys on. It felt like control was a little bit of an issue for Easton Deeds here early on, but if he's able to get out of this inning with no damage done, then a lot of times we talk about it at the high school level. If you can just get through that first inning, it kind of sets the tone for the rest of the game, as this one's high for a ball. It's a Real, the extra hitter, batting in the 5th spot. And the pitch on 1-0 misses outside for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes, 2 on for Moorefield. Moorefield Hedgesville winner advances in the tournament. Loser season is done. And the winner will play the loser of tonight's game as the pitch here is low and outside for ball 3.
He doesn't have quite the command that he was able to against South Berkeley so far yet. So he calmed down. This could be some first inning jitters.
The 3-0. Called strike 1. So real and a 3-1 count. At the very least, Moorefield has seen some pitches, got a hit, got a runner in scoring position, but the 3-1 hit on the ground toward Hartle at shortstop. Hartle tries to apply the tag, and he does in time for the final out of the inning. So Moorefield strands a pair. They do send some guys on the base pass and show a little bit of a threat here in this first inning, but Hedgesville works their way out of it. We'll head to the bottom of the first. No score between Hedgesville and Moorefield. This is Little League All-Star Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
From breathtaking outdoors to unique local eats, world-class geocaching, and thriving local culture, Martinsburg, Berkeley County, West Virginia is where you can live your adventure. Berkeley County offers fantastic outdoor experiences, from our rugged hiking paths to scenic nature paths, public parks, fishing streams, and nature preserves. Cap off your outdoor adventures with a stroll through historic downtown Martinsburg. Join us and immerse yourself in our rich local history and scenic surroundings. Check out upcoming events and plan your adventure at travelwv.com.
Welcome to CMA's Honda of Winchester, where you can drive an award-winning lineup of new and certified pre-owned Hondas, Accords, Civics, CRVs, HRVs, and more at CMA's Honda of Winchester. Owners just care more. Welcome to CMA's Honda of Winchester, where you can drive an award-winning lineup of new and certified pre-owned Hondas, Accords, Civics, CRVs, HRVs, and more at CMA's Honda of Winchester. Owners just care more.
We welcome you back here to Oatsdale Park. No score between Hedgesville Little League and Moorefield Little League here in this District 6 tournament. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop. 2 games for you here today on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. In Game 2, we'll see the Area 1 champions Jefferson County take on the Area 2 champions Mineral County, with the winner of that game headed to the West Virginia State Little League All-Star Tournament as the District 6 champs. The loser will head to the runner-up game, and then the winner of the runner-up game tomorrow will advance the states to join the winner of tonight's game. Our bottom of the first is brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Hack Wilson Way or online at Orsini's.com. So we'll see Spurgeon, followed by Green and Funk. And then if you were to get to the cleanup man, that's Reed Michael. All those guys had their impact felt in that area tournament. Spurgeon started the runner-up game with a Little League home run to get the scoring started for Hedgesville. And here's Spurgeon, first pitch swinging, fouls it away down the left field line. So, Dylan, it's a pretty complete lineup. It feels like every member of this team had some moment during that area tournament where you saw a breakthrough hit or just a guy getting on base in a big moment, whatever the case may be. As this pitch is popped up toward third base, Taylor chases after it and makes the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, speaking of that sort of depth, we're going to see Chase Green come up here, who batted 6th for most of the area tournament, and then right before the end of the tournament was moved up to 2nd in the lineup. And he performed well in that spot because he proved himself early in the area tournament.
Green takes this one for a ball. One 1-0 to Green. Misses outside for ball 2. So it'll be Keaton Watts on the mound for Moorefield. And the 2-0 breaking ball hits the zone for strike one. A Moorefield team that has a few familiar names from over the years. I believe I remember Eli Kidwell, and even Watts sounds familiar as well, as this one's fouled away. Two balls, two strikes here on Green, the left fielder. And the next pitch misses for ball three, full count here on Green. Keaton Watts' next pitch is a swing and a miss, strike three. So Green goes down swinging, and that'll bring Funk to the plate.
Number 7, Brandon Funk.
You mentioned to Dylan, even though we mentioned this during the area tournament, I should say, even though we were kind of blown away by the Hedgesville pitching. I think pitchers won player of the games in almost every game. When you take away the entire tournament, Landon Funk felt like the MVP for Hedgesville.
He did. He had a great pitching performance in the first game against Jefferson. Even though it ended up being a loss, he was shut out pitching for 5 innings just about, and was the best hitter in the lineup.
The 1-0 moves to 2-0 now on Funk. 2-0, 2 outs, bottom first between Hedgesville and Moorefield. And the next pitch, low for ball three. It's 3 balls and no strikes on Funk. And the 3-0. Outside, ball 4. It's a drop from the catcher as well, but Funk will only take first. As he walks, and Reed Michael will come to the plate now with a runner on first base for Hedgesville. Michael is another guy that had some big-time performances in the area tournament. And the pitch here, a breaking ball to Michael, misses inside for ball 1.
Michael had himself a good area tournament as well, as did, again, most of the Hedgesville lineup. So see if they can do any damage here in the first inning.
Yeah, you have a runner on as a 1-1 pitch now after the strike call. But there are 2 outs for Keaton Watts. And Watts' next pitch is lined into right field, but it's going to land in foul territory. So count sets at 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 gone. Here in the bottom half of the first, Funk is on first with the 2-out walk after a fly out from Spurgeon and a strikeout from Green. And the 1-2 from Watts, high for ball 2. And good job by Michael to hold the bat back. The 2-2 pitch hit on the ground toward the shortstop Williams, and Williams will step on first base for the final out of the inning. So Hedgesville strands a runner. We head to the second. No score between Hedgesville and Moorefield. This is Little League Baseball action on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, shrimp nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
We welcome you back here to Oatsdale Park, home of the Martinsburg Little League team. This is Little League baseball action on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop. This Little League International Tournament game is presented by Talk Radio WRNR under the authority of Little League baseball and softball. It may not be rebroadcast or retransmitted without the express written permission of Little League International, South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Visit the Little League online at www.littleleague.org as this one's hit into left field for a base hit for Williams to lead off the inning for Moorefield. First pitch swinging, and Williams has a single here to lead off the top of the second.
I'm pretty impressed with Moorefield so far. This is a good squad. Obviously, they got through their area tournament, and they're not going to be an easy out.
Bunt attempt here. Misses for strike one. Top of the second is brought to you by the personal injury attorneys Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. Visit burkeandschultz.com. We play hardball. 0-1 count with a runner on first for Moorefield, and the pitch from Deeds is a called strike two.
So there's a little better control already from Deeds.
Yeah, at least he hasn't gotten behind so far. He did give up that single on the first pitch, but an 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three, but drop. I'm sorry, must have been fouled away. Or no. They're showing 1-2, so I don't. Maybe we had catcher's interference? I'm not exactly sure.
Maybe.
This one gets away from the catcher there as it's 2-2 count now.
It'll be interesting to see, with there only being 2 games for these teams in this tournament, how short of a leash these pitchers have, especially with Hedgesville knowing the depth that they have.
This time on 2-2, it's a swing and a miss for the strikeout. So Kreitz goes down swinging. That will bring Watts to the plate. Will be pitcher versus pitcher matchup here for a runner in scoring position at second base. And the pitch, high for a ball. 1-0 count, runner on second base. One away here in this second inning. And Watts will step out, and now reset. And the next pitch from Deeds is a swing and a miss. Big swing at that one for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1, check swing, didn't go around, ball 2. Count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. And the next pitch, a breaking ball that misses inside for ball 3. So Deeds has been a little wild early on. So far it hasn't hurt him against this Moorefield lineup. And the 3-1 hit on the ground back to Deeds, so he throws the first for the out. So 2 gone.
And they might have been able to catch him in a rundown from between second and third, the base runner there, if Deeds went for it. But no real issue with taking the easy out first.
Yeah, I think that's the right play there. Now 2 away, so it's not like a fly ball scores them or anything like that. probably can't bunt or anything.
Right.
So, well, they lay down the bunt anyway. I suppose on the, there is more of a chance at a squeeze play, and then, of course, you never know what the defense is going to do, and you are later in the lineup as well. Harvey, a number 9 hitter, looks to have pretty good speed up there at the plate, so we'll see. But he falls behind 0-1 with a runner on third. And Williams in the next pitch fouled away. Quickly it's 0-2. Count, 2 down. Runner on third base for Moorefield. Second inning, the next pitch just misses for ball 1.
Just missed.
Yeah, pretty close pitch there from Easton Deeds. And the 1-2 fouled away again. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. Williams is on third. He led off the inning with a single. And here's the 1-2 pitch from Easton Deeds. The right-hander delivers the next one and misses again.
He's just trying to catch that fastball in the outside corner. Just 2 in a row. Just hasn't quite been able to do it. But he has the pitches to work with.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone, and this one slapped foul down the first base line. So staying alive is Harvey, the 9-hole hitter. And him and Deeds in a good battle here. The 2-2 again. Hit on the ground toward first. 1 bounce over to Fink, and Fink will step on the bag for the final out of the inning. So Deeds gets out of it. Again, Moorefield strands a runner on the base paths, but nothing to show for it so far. No score between Hedgesville and Moorefield as we head to the bottom of the second. This is Little League Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10.
Most insurance companies see you as a claim number. Most law firms see you as a case file. When their top priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon & Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon & Jenkinson at 304-LAWYERS, or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
Welcome back to Golden Asian Buffet. I'm Ryan, and I'm so excited to show you our massive buffet with over 150 incredible fresh items. Food lovers, you're going to love this buffet with over 150 items with everything from appetizers all the way down to desserts. This buffet is massive. For family, friends, and foodies alike, you are going to love this place. Appetizers all the way down to desserts, meats, seafoods, and much, much more. Come on down here to Golden Asian Buffet and check out their incredible buffet.
We welcome you back here to Oatsdale Park. No score between Hedgesville Little League and Moorefield Little League. Nick Verzolini alongside me is Dylan Bishop. Kaplan coming to the plate to lead things off for Hedgesville here in the bottom half of the second inning, which is brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. Kaplan fouls it away here, the catcher who had a home run in the area tournament. It was the only home run we saw that was not inside the park. Deeds did have that inside the park home run. And here's a big swing and a miss for strike 2. Kaplan, Bass, and Teets do up this inning. It's Keaton Watts who looked very good in that first inning. The pitch here from Watts is a swing and a miss for the third strike.
Watts is dealing so far. Hedgesville having a tough time. We've gotten past the part of the Hedgesville lineup that has really been impressive, especially towards the end of the area tournament. But they've been able to get production out of the bottom of the order.
Yeah, especially in turning over that lineup. As they'll bring Bass to the plate. And that's a call on strike one.
Again, the fact that there's only 2 games in the district tournament means that these teams are back to the top of their rotations. They don't necessarily need to go as far into their depth if they can just get 2 good performances from starters.
Very true. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away so far. Keaton Watts has been good. He had a strikeout in the first, a strikeout here in the second, 1 walk, give up a fly out and a ground out. As he hits the zone there for strike number 2 on Bass, the third baseman. And the 1-2. On the ground toward the shortstop, Williams. Williams fires to first in time for the second out. So Bass goes down swinging on the ground out to the shortstop, and that will bring Camden Teets to the plate.
Camden Teets.
Teets playing right field here today. Where's the number 1? Bats from the right side. 2 outs here in the inning. And the pitch. Low for ball 1. One out. Called strike 1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Bottom of the second inning between Hedgesville and Moorefield. The next pitch misses low and outside for ball 2 as it rolls to the backstop. The winner of this game will play the loser tomorrow of Jefferson versus Mineral County, which is set for tonight following this game. As here's a called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
We've heard that potentially, if tomorrow's game ended up being Jefferson versus Hedgesville, they might change the 8 o'clock start time to 6 o'clock.
Here's a swing and miss for strike 3, and that will be the final out of the inning. So no score between Hedgesville and Moorefield after 2. We'll take a 1-minute break. This is Little League Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. John's Pool Supplies, your local one-stop shop for all of your swimming pool needs. Located at 237 Eagle School Road, John's Pool Supplies has over 30 years of experience and a large selection of products, services, and supplies for your pool or hot tub. From custom liner installation and pool inspections to free water testing, call John's Pool Supplies at 304-267-2000 or go to johnspoolsupplies.com.
WVU Medicine introduces Walk-In Wednesdays. The Human Resources Department at the WVU Medicine Corporate Center in Martinsburg will host Walk-In Wednesdays every Wednesday in July. A WVU recruiter will be on site 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to answer questions about positions available and assist those who submit applications via Workday. The WVU Medicine Corporate Center is located at 121 Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. Stop by to learn why employees who work here thrive here.
And we saw early in his start in the area tournament. And he's settled down. Seemed like more jitters than anything, perhaps. But, yeah, Watts has been incredibly impressive, shutting down Hedgesville.
29 pitches through 2 innings for Watts, 40 for Easton Deeds. 3 strikeouts for Watts in total. And for Deeds, he is at 1 strikeout. Here in the third, the pitch, low for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes on C. The extra hitter batting in the 10th spot. And he'll foul this one away. see Constable Finn due up. This inning for Moorefield. As the pitch hit on the ground through underneath the glove of Deeds and into center field. So right back up the middle goes C. And he has a leadoff single.
It's a seeing eye single right there. I thought Deeds had that in the glove, just went right under it.
That is our third hit of the day for Moorefield. All three of them have been singles as bunt attempt goes foul.
They've been able to get base runners on. They just haven't been able to push them across. So
Yeah,
I'm not surprised to see a bunt attempt here.
Moorfield's left 3 on so far. It's an 0-1 count on Constable. Plus, this is your last hitter in the lineup. Not that,
Yeah.
It's an all-star team, so everybody can hit. But Constable batting toward the bottom. He tried to get it back to the top, and he sends a pretty good bunt down the first base line. Deeds gets to it quickly and throws the first for Funk for the out, and runner will advance into scoring position now at second base, so the bunt is successful.
He placed it pretty much perfectly. Deeds did a run up a little too far for it for him to have a play to make at second.
So I'll bring Finn to the plate. Runner on second base, and the pitch is slapped toward right field, but it's going to head foul and be out of reach of all of the Hedgesville defenders as Teets, Frankhauser, and Funk were all running after it down there on the first base line, but none of them could get there. And 0-1 count with 1 gone. And the pitch is high for a ball. So runner on second base is C, who reached on the single to lead off the inning. Sack. Bunt moves him into scoring position, and the next pitch low for a ball. 2-1 count. Sun creeps back out here at Oatsdale as this one slapped and fouled away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes on Finn. And Finn swings and misses for strike 3. Easton Deeds comes back with a big strikeout. Again, Dylan, it feels like when he's needed it, he's been able to get that out.
Yeah, I think he, more so than anything, just tends to get those nerves a little bit. And when he gets out on the mound, gets some pitches in, he starts to get a little more comfortable as the game goes on and as an inning goes on.
So Baldwin drew a walk his first time, and he'll come to the plate here, and his first pitch swinging fouls it off. It does feel like, though, Dylan, as the game goes longer, you're going to need, if you're Deeds, if you want to, of course, pitch the whole game, but that's not really a huge problem since there is only 2 games in this tournament, but you'd like to go as long as possible as there's a breaking ball that misses high. He's going to need one of those quick innings. And so far, Moorfield's been pretty patient. They've made a lot of contact. They've seen a lot of pitches. And it feels like they've kind of outplayed Hedgesville so far in what is a scoreless game, so it's not making a huge difference. As here's the next pitch for a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Deeds is more of a strikeout pitcher. So those type of pitchers tend to get their pitch counts up a little faster anyway. But you're right.
The 1-2 misses outside for ball 2. It's kind of like in soccer when a team can be called winning even though there's no score, just because they're like dominating the possession time.
Right.
Feels like Moorfield's had the more opportunities to get on the board here early on, as the 2-2 misses low for a ball for ball 3.
Yeah, in the baseball sense of the word, of the way, of a time of possession or possession sort of way, they're getting more base runners on, getting Hedgesville's pitch count further up. So exactly that same sort of thing. You're right.
The 3-2 hits the zone for strike 3. Easton Deeds with his second strikeout of the inning and his third overall. And we head to the bottom of the third. Hedgesville coming to the plate, see if they can break through against Watts. This is Little League Baseball action on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
Okay. Yeah, I can't read that. We welcome you back here to Oatsdale Park. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop, as we head to the bottom of the third, which is brought to you by Modern Realty Results, Century 21 Modern Realty Results. If you're looking for a home in the tri-state, they have you covered. And Frank Hauser's going to try a leadoff bunt. It's called strike 1. So far, the Hedgesville offense that exploded in the final 2 games of the area tournament held in check. Frank Hauser leading off this inning. Takes it for called strike 2 now. Frank Hauser, Fink, Biden due up. The 8, 9, 10 hitters in the Hedgesville lineup. Sun comes back out here at Oatsdale, and this one misses for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the second baseman, Frank Hauser. The 1-2. Bouncer gets away from the catcher, Kidwell, and rolls to the backstop. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch, low for ball 3. So Frank Hauser fell behind 0-2, but he's worked it back to a full count. And the next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Watts with another strikeout. He already has 4.
First time through the order here, Hedgesville has just not been able to figure him out. Or reaching the bottom of the order. So, while they've had success from the bottom of their order generally, their top of the order hasn't had any versus Watts. So, I mean, this might be tough.
Yeah, it's, like you said, kind of to be expected, I feel like, because the time off allows you to pitch any guy that you want. Obviously, Moorefield feels good about Watts. Hedgesville could have pitched at any of their starters and you would have felt good about them, as this one misses outside for a ball. 1-1 count. As the Hedgesville All-Stars, the only runs they gave up were to Jefferson in that first game, 3 of them, and everybody else was shut out. So,
yeah, I think we saw even the teams in the area tournament all had one pitcher at least that they could really count on. Like for Martinsburg, it was Deeds. For Morgan County, it was Moss. But these teams, so we can pretty much expect at least one great performance from every team. But these teams that have made it to the district typically have at least 2, 3, maybe even more.
This one's high for ball 4. And Fink draws the walk, and it's also possible too that you run into maybe a juggernaut type team. Mineral County did beat Moorefield 7-2, so it wasn't a super close game, but for all we know, Mineral is just a powerhouse this year. I don't know. So
maybe.
We'll find out later on, I guess. As there's that called strike 1. And the next pitch, a swing and a miss for strike 2 on Biden. So, Hedgesville has its second base runner of the game, as Funk and Fink have gotten on with the walk from Funk and the walk from Fink here. As Biden fighting through this at-bat, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Watts hasn't been flawless or anything. He's still throwing some balls out of the strike zone, and Hedgesville's been able to get those 2 walks out of it, but that's been it.
Well, there's a called strike 3, so Biden goes down looking. That's the 5th strikeout so far for Keaton Watts, and now we'll see Easton Deeds hitting. So pitcher versus pitcher, Deeds had that inside the park home run against South Berkeley in the 15-0 win. And he'll take this one for a called strike 1. So Fink on first. Deeds at the plate. 2 gone here in the inning. And an 0-1 count. The next pitch from Watts is another swing and a miss. Watts a tall right-hander. Kind of has an interesting delivery in terms of it's not super quick, but he brings a lot of velocity to the plate as this one misses low for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, called strike 3. Deeds goes down looking. It's 3 strikeouts that inning, and 6 of them all overall now for Keaton Watts as we head to the 4th. No score between Hedgesville and Moorefield. It's Little League Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
I like the layout of the course very much. I think it challenges the low handicappers and is very playable for the mid and high handicappers.
All different levels can play on this course.
I think it challenges you from the get-go.
And the first tee program here is one of the best, if second to none. It is the best in the state of West Virginia.
The men have a league, the women have a league, the kids have things going on. Like, it really is kind of the whole package here at Locust Hill. Everybody's very welcoming.
Love the folks here that play golf, but a lot of great relationships and friendships with people here.
You know, sometimes you can only judge a course by their members. We have a great core membership here.
I was able to build some fantastic relationships here, and that's why I've been here for 30 years. When you join any club, you're joining to play golf, but you're really paying for the experience. And the experience here at Locust I found to always be a good time and a fun affair.
To schedule a tee time, become a member, or see upcoming events, visit www.locusthillgolfcourse.com or call us today at 304-728-7300.
We welcome you back here to Oatsdale Park. Nick Verzolini, Dylan Bishop here on the call. Kyle McLaughlin back in the studio. As Dylan, we head to the top of the 4th between Hedgesville and Moorefield. Our top of the 4th is brought to you by Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. Reliable coverage since 1877. Call 304-263-0809 for a quote today or visit fmiwv.com. So, Moorefield, Hedgesville, no score between the two teams. And we've seen Watts and Deeds both get through the lineups pretty much dominating, as Taylor, the third baseman, has one of the 3 Moorefield hits, and he'll lead things off to begin this 4th inning. And the 1-0 from Deeds is low for ball 2.
At this point now, it's just who can break through first, or what pitcher starts to struggle first.
And there's a called strike 1. Yeah, it should be interesting to see. I feel like here's this one hit on the ground, and Taylor's got his second hit of the day into center field on a hard hit bouncer. So he's had no problems swinging the bat early on, and that'll bring Kidwell to the plate, who flew out to right field. The catcher, Eli Kidwell, cleanup hitter. And I think it's going to possibly come down to, too, you got to consider defensive mistakes. You can avoid those. There's not a whole lot of balls have been hit into play, but this one hit on the ground towards second. See what Hedgesville does. Frankhauser over to Hartle for one, and they turn the double play over to Funk at first base. Very impressive defensive play from Hedgesville as it's Frankhauser to Hartle to Funk for the out. 4-6-3.
It's not an easy grab for Funk over there at first base, but it was impressive there by the middle infielders to turn that, because you don't have a lot of real estate with these 60-foot base paths.
Yeah, you got to turn it quickly, and they executed that one perfectly from Hedgesville. So
right on time.
4-6-3 is big, and there's one with a little bit of chin music to reel. Misses inside for ball one. So, right as we were talking about maybe some defensive mistakes being a difference, you see a good defensive play.
Well, you could just say, in general, defense can end up being the difference.
That's true, yeah. This one runs inside, and now Reel will reach base on the hit by pitch. So we've seen now Moorefield get another batter on base, and Williams singled his first time, so good spot to be in the lineup in terms of guys seeing the ball well here today at Oatsdale Park. 2 gone, but a runner on first for Moorefield. And Easton Deeds looks into his catcher and delivers the next pitch, and it hits the zone on the outside part of the plate for strike one. Williams, the shortstop. And the 0-1 fouled away. 0-2. Poor throwback from the catcher Kaplan, but luckily Deeds keeps it in front. 0-2 count, 2 outs. No score. The next pitch from Easton Deeds, swing and a miss, strike 3. And that will send us to the bottom of the 4th. Deeds with his 4th strikeout of the game. Hedgesville coming back to the plate. This is Little League Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10.
Spring into adventure this month at CMA Chevrolet of Martinsburg. We have a great selection of over 80 new Chevys on our lot. Right now, you can get a new 2024 Equinox with up to $3,000 off MSRP. Or get a new 2024 Silverado 1500 with up to $8,000 off MSRP, plus $1,000 in trade assistance cash. And did we mention no payments for 90 days on select Chevy models? Together, let's drive at CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Is your skin dry or breaking out? Are your muscles sore and tight? Then take a few hours or even a whole day to refresh yourself, recover, and rejuvenate at Personal Reflection Day Spa, located at 102 Hovatter Drive in Inwood. Personal Reflection Day Spa is an award-winning spa for 15 consecutive years. The friendly, experienced staff will give you the treatment you deserve from the minute you walk in the door. Book your appointment by calling 304-821-1333 or online at personalreflectiondayspa.com.
Our bottom of the 4th inning, brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to fordofhagerstown.com. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop, Colin McLaughlin back in the studio. No score between Hedgesville and Moorefield. Dylan, as we head to this bottom half of the 4th inning, and Keaton Watts so far throwing a gem, 6 strikeouts through 3 innings.
Right, he has been incredibly tough to hit, as has Easton Deeds. Moorfield's had a little easier time doing it, but still, it might be first one to score a single run wins this game.
It's been that kind of game so far. Pitchers duel, and you like to see those in these playoff type games. Definitely ups the intensity. The 0-2.
Every at bat matters when you can barely get hits and base runners.
This one misses high for ball 1. So 1-2, swing and a miss, 7 strikeouts already for Keaton Watts as Hartle goes down swinging in his first at-bat. And that's now 4 outs in a row have been strikeouts. But it's the third in a row, as you did have a walk in between those. As should bring Spurgeon to the plate. Flew out his first time. Takes the first pitch for a called strike one. For Hedgesville, they haven't really even put the ball in play too often here today. As the 0-1 fouled away, you have a fly out from Spurgeon, a ground out from Reed Michael, a ground out from Bass, and that's it. Those are the only balls that have even been put in play from Hedgesville so far.
He's had good velocity and good location. So even when they've gotten the bat on the ball, it hasn't been able to be for great contact.
0-2 count, one away, and the next pitch, this is outside for a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Spurgeon, the center fielder. And the next pitch, this is high for a ball. They have had a few runners reach base on walks and Funk and Fink. And the pitch here, fouled away down the third base line. So Spurgeon battling, trying to get that pitch count out. Overall, it's been a very efficient day for Watts. And on the mound, the defense has made their plays when called upon. The 2-2 hit towards second base for Finn, and Finn will throw in time for the out. So 2 gone here. 4-3 ground out. And that'll bring Green to the plate, who struck out in the first inning.
This is the tough thing about when you're facing a really good pitcher in one of these Little League games with the 12-person lineup. We're bottom fourth, 2 outs, and your second hitter in the lineup's only getting his second at-bat just now.
This one popped up, and an excellent play from the second baseman, Caden Finn, who leaped up and robbed Green of probably the first hit for Hedgesville today. As it looked like he was going to get over there at second, but Finn said not today, and now the defense flashing the glove on both sides as we head to the 5th. Still no score between Hedgesville and Moorefield. This is West Virginia Little League Baseball, the District 6 tournament on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, this is Larry DeMarco. I'm with Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Macy Folk and I have a new listing here at 614 South Queen Street. We'd love to give you a tour.
This charming stone home is turnkey ready. It has 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a fenced-in backyard, stone fireplace, new HVAC, stainless steel appliances, hardwood floors on the first 2 levels, and luxury vinyl flooring on the 3rd and 4th levels. There's plenty of room for a growing family with 2,008 square feet of living space. The home is located within walking distance to Martinsburg High School at 614 South Queen Street. Stop inside to discover a fully renovated interior that exudes elegance and charm by calling Macy Folk at 304-676-5050 or by emailing her at macyfolk1@gmail.com. The Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results is located at 804 North Queen Street in Martinsburg.
We welcome you back here to Oatsdale Park. No score between Hedgesville and Moorefield as we head to the top of the 5th inning, which is brought to you by L.A. Roberts Jewelers, committed to excellence in quality design and craftsmanship, located at 146 North Queen Street in Martinsburg. And the first pitch from Deeds slipped out of the hand and missed for a ball, went to the backstop. So, pitcher's duel on hand here at Oatsdale in this elimination game. This is there for ball 2. As next pitch to Kreitz on 2-0. Misses for ball 3. Kreitz playing first base. Where's the number 31? Struck out his first time up. And he's got a 3-0 count here. Easton Deeds delivers the righty's called pitch. Called strike for a pitch. That pitch is called strike 1.
72 pitches for Deeds. He's approaching I believe the limit's 85.
Yes.
So he's reaching his limit. Still 6 more outs at least. That's a get, considering they're still tied here.
For sure. Next one on 3-2 misses inside for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here for Kreitz.
But like we mentioned, it was really impressive the pitching depth that Hedgesville had. They started off with Funk in game 1. He had pitched himself pretty much a gem against Jefferson outside of the 1 inning for 4 shutout. And they had a number of other guys that were able to come in and pitch well. Reed Michael being one of them. They have the depth to get through this if they need to.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, you have a ton of confidence if Hedgesville does need to change pitchers, which probably will run out of pitches before the game expires.
Right, he's only got 10 left before he's on his last at-bat.
Next pitch. Fouled away. Here from Watts, the fellow pitcher who grounded out his first time. But, even with that, Hedgesville didn't show much of a drop-off. Like we said, Deeds was their 4th pitcher to throw in the tournament where they gave up just 3 runs. So there's a pitch that gets away from the catcher, Kaplan. Runner takes off and takes second base. So Kreitz is in scoring position now for Watts. And Moorefield has an opportunity to jump on Hedgesville here in the 5th inning on a 2-1 count. So hitters count and a runner in scoring position and nobody out. The pitch to Watts, trying to go opposite way, but fouls it off. Moorefield has shown some good things throughout this game. They've been able to get guys on the base paths, just haven't been able to really bring them home. At least one runner has reached base in every inning. As the next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3 to Watts, goes down swinging. And that's the thing, even when Deeds is giving up base runners or giving up guys on base, he's come through some strikeouts to calm himself and his team down a little bit as this one's fouled away. He's had now 5 strikeouts on the evening.
If he can make this a pretty quick at-bat and an out, he could potentially get himself out of this inning without being pulled.
0-1 to Harvey is a called strike 2. Harvey so far grounded out to first base his first time back in the 2nd. 0-2 count, 1 out, runner on second is Kreitz. And the next pitch hit on the ground towards second. Frankhauser gets to it and throws to first in time for the 2nd out. Some good plays defensively from second baseman in this game. We saw a hit robbed in the last half inning. And there Frankhauser getting to that one, a hard hit ground ball. Always good to see a guy get there. And it looks like maybe Hedgesville will pull him slightly early.
It may be. Is that 82? And yeah, they're just going to go ahead and I figured this is who they were going to go to next, but yeah, I thought maybe they would try to let Deeds finish the inning.
So it looks like it's going to be Funk.
Reed Michael. Or they pulled Reed Michael out onto the field, but I see Funk is out there with the ball.
Right, that's why I wasn't sure.
So Michael may be moving to first base, potentially. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Funk, which that's how I thought they were going to go, just because Funk, like you said, had pitched in that first game, so he's had the most rest. But we'll take a 30-second break, give the pitcher some time to warm up. And then it looks like Reed Michael's going to go to first. We'll give you the rest of the changes. When we come back, this is Little League Baseball. Runner on third for Moorefield. No score between Hedgesville and Moorefield. This is Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We're back in 30.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Pitching changes are brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361. It's going to be Landon Funk on for Easton Deeds, who his day ends at 4 2/3 innings. As he ends the day with 5 strikeouts and 2 walks, and only gave up 5 hits. 4 hits. So he's been good, Dylan. Obviously, Easton Deeds, but he still had 3 pitches to work with. What do you think about the move here? Go a little bit early to Funk. Probably doesn't matter in the long scheme of things, I guess, but
I guess it could just matter in terms of, does Funk reach enough pitches to where he can't pitch tomorrow? So that'd be your only concern, I think. But with a runner on third base, I see why you would want to go to the fresh arm right away. And I think Funk showed that he can really have a sort of lights out performance the way that we've seen from these 2 pitchers today. So why not?
So this will bring C to the plate, who had a single hit up the middle. And his first time, he swings and misses at the first pitch he sees here for 0-1. So that could also be the reasoning. He said he'll get a hit his first time against Deeds, that you give him a different pitcher this time around.
That could be it. I kind of figured they would go to Reed Michael to try to close this one out and use Funk as their starter tomorrow. But Michael was also really impressive, so they can go the opposite way with that. I think you can trust Michael to be that pitcher tomorrow. He pitched in the district tournament last year.
Yeah, you have 2 great options there for Hedgesville, and when you have pitching depth, it's a nice bonus, obviously. 1-2 count.
Or maybe think of the area tournament, but he's pitching big games for them.
He's pitched before, yeah. I think as this one gets away, some danger here. The toss from Funk from the glove nearly gets Kreitz, but Kreitz slides underneath the tag of Kaplan as the pitch got away from the catcher, and Moorefield is on the board.
That's a really tough break.
Yeah, that's tough. 2-2 count. He had 2 strikes on the batter, but the wild pitch gets away from the catcher, and now, or pass ball, whichever you want to rule it, and now it is 1-0 Moorefield, Dylan. Tough one.
With the way Watts has been pitching, like I said, the first one to score a run might win.
C ends up striking out, looking to end the inning, but Moorefield gets the run across, and we will head to the bottom of the 5th. Hedgesville coming to the plate. This is Little League Baseball action on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
I can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had 1 job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
5th between Hedgesville and Moorefield. A very close play at home allows Moorefield to get on the board here. Dillon 1-0 as we head to the bottom half of our 5th inning between Hedgesville and Moorefield here in the District 6 Little League Baseball Tournament. Elimination game between these two teams. Winner advances to the runner-up game. Loser season comes to a close. And the runner-up will have a shot to advance to the state tournament. The winner of the next game between these two. The winner between these two has a chance to advance to the state tournament with the runner-up game, I guess I should say. But the bottom of the 5th, as the next pitch here to Funk, misses inside for a ball. Bottom of the 5th brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go here. Trips Flooring needs. Call Trips Flooring at 304-297-0009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. As this is a ground ball, and Kreitz scoops it up at first base for the out. There's one out. So Funk goes down with the ground out. It's been a pitcher's duel so far. Keaton Watts now are staying on the mound for Moorefield. Landon Funk now doing the pitching for Hedgesville, and Reed Michael's going to come to the plate.
That one run just on a passed ball. So Watts has pitches to work with, too. That was only his 63rd pitch. The first pitch to Michaels comes in for a strike. No signs of slowing down yet.
This one fouled away by Michael. He's now playing first base. Sits himself in an 0-2 count. Yeah, Watts has been great in terms of efficiency. He's been great on the mound. And this one misses for a ball. And Hedgesville has struggled to get much contact against them. So it's been a very, very impressive performance with Keaton Watts, who could position himself for a chance at advancing to states. Again, the winner of this game will play the loser of tonight's game between Jefferson and Mineral County. It's a 2-2 count on Reed Michael. The next pitch from Watts, hit on the ground toward the third baseman. Taylor makes a good scoop and throws to first in time for the second out. I'd be pretty impressed with this Moorefield team, Dylan. Like you said early on, it seems like they have a lot of talent, even though they haven't shown a ton of offense today. The defenses look good. You can tell with their at-bats that they have good approaches at the plate, just running into some good pitching on the other side. And both teams, even though they're in the runner-up game, clearly very talented.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a matter of your pitching runs out in the area tournament, or you try to make your pitching last longer than the others. Want to go into the bullpen sooner. That's what's happened so far in this game. It's worked to their advantage.
Yeah. Or sometimes just the matchup isn't the best, but the 0-1.
Right. It's a game of inches, preferred, metaphorically, when it comes to when you get two good pitchers up there.
0-2, 2 outs. We'll see if game 2 follows with the close, low-scoring game. But there's the first hit of the day for Hedgesville as the no-hitter ends on an 0-2 count with 2 away here in the 5th. And it comes from Kaplan, who gets the single past the shortstop into left field. So Hedgesville has a runner on here, Dylan, and possibly some momentum now as they finally break through with their first hit of the day.
They're running out of time. 70 pitches. Watts only has 15 more to go. At the very least, you try to squeeze at some more pitches out of him. As the first one's in for a ball to Bass, you can try to get yourself to a point where you can at least see a different pitcher if you can't get anything off of Watts.
The 1-0 misses low for ball 2. Yeah, you extend the inning there with the Kaplan single, so that was big. Bass grounded out his first time.
I'd make him throw you a strike.
And this one's high for a ball, and that appears to be the approach here from Bass.
I definitely do.
3-0. Misses for ball 4. And with the walk, the inning continues to extend. They'll come out and talk to Watts and go over a few things with 2 runners on.
It's the best chance they've had. Have they had 2 runners on in an inning?
No, I don't believe.
I didn't think so.
I mean, they just got their first hit. The most they've had is 1 guy on with walks. So they've only left 2 runners on all game. So, I mean, they've doubled up their runners on base pretty much here. Hedgesville starting to feel a little bit of momentum as the it's Hedgesville chants start in the dugout. 2 outs, 2 on, 1-0 lead for Moorefield here in the bottom half of the 5th inning between Hedgesville and Moorefield. Keaton Watts has been great out there on the mound, but he's now in a tough situation. And there's a call on strike 1. Camden Teets struck out his first time. 7-hole hitter in this Hedgesville lineup. Falls behind 0-1. Next pitch. Bouncer for a ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hedgesville has a little bit of life here in this bottom of the 5th. And the 1-1 pitch. Low for ball 2. The 2-1. Called strike 2. Teets takes it, too, for the strike. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Yep.
Can't leave the bat on the shoulder if anything's close.
The 2-2 pitch. Low for ball 3. So Hedgesville has a chance to load the bases for Frank Hauser, who struck out his first time. The 2-2 with 2 gone. Called strike 3. Keaton Watts gets the strikeout looking to end the inning. And his 8th strikeout of the evening. We head to the 6th. 1-0 Moorefield on top of Hedgesville. This is Little League Baseball action on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
John's Pool Supplies, your local one-stop shop for all of your swimming pool needs. Located at 237 Eagle School Road, John's Pool Supplies has over 30 years of experience and a large selection of products, services, and supplies for your pool or hot tub. From custom liner installation and pool inspections to free water testing, call John's Pool Supplies at 304-267-2000 or go to johnspoolsupplies.com.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
Top of the 6th inning, brought to you by Parsons Ford, located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons, Nick Verzolini, Dylan Bishop here at Oatsdale Park. 1-0 Moorefield taking on Hedgesville in Little League Baseball action. The District 6 tournament. Winner of this game season continues. They'll play tomorrow night for a chance to advance to the state tournament. Loser is eliminated. Kyle McLaughlin back in the studio doing a great job for us as we enter this top of the 6th, and Moorefield looking for some more runs. They took the lead on a passed ball last half inning. And Funk continues to do the pitching here for Hedgesville as it's 10-11-1 due up for Moorefield. I'm sorry, 11-1-2 as Constable with another bunt. down the first base line, and Funk throws the first over to Michael for the out. So the sack bunt is first time, this time a ground out.
Number 21.
And that will bring Finn in the top of the order back to the plate for Moorefield.
Couldn't get the 12 hitter on, but at least you're back at the top.
Yeah, 11 for Moorefield as they have an injury.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Either way, bottom of the order. No one. One out. The next pitch from Funk is in there for a called strike.
I think your hope now is just have Funk get you through this inning. No runs. Want as few pitches as possible in case you want to use them tomorrow.
0-2 hit on the ground towards second. Frankhauser throws in time for the second out.
And so far, so good. It's just his 11th pitch, and he only needs one more out.
Yeah, tough part for Hedgesville is they obviously trail in this elimination game, so you're in a good spot in terms of your pitch count for Funk, but it, unfortunately for them, may not matter if they can't break through here.
It may not. Watts only has 5 pitches left, so we'll see how it goes.
This one gets away from the catcher, Kaplan, and Baldwin coming to the plate, walked and struck out so far. Yeah, that is a very good point. It is the bottom of the lineup for Hedgesville. We'll see if they can get something going, as this is a now 2-0 count. And, of course, Hedgesville still has to get one more out to get past this Moorefield lineup and only trail by 1 heading into the bottom half of the inning. As the pitch here from Funk is a grounder toward first. Michael will step on the bag for the final out of the inning. So it's 1-0 Moorefield as we head to the bottom of the 6th. This is Little League Baseball action on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. What does Hedgesville have left? Stay tuned and find out. This is Little League Baseball. We're back in 1 minute.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg has over 100 new vehicles in stock and on the way. We've got a great selection of your favorite models, like the new 2024 Tacoma. Towing your boat or camper? Check out a new 2024 Tundra and get up to $5,500 off MSRP. Need better gas mileage? Check out the iForce Max Tundra and save up to $7,000 off MSRP. And every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care and our lifetime powertrain warranty. Visit us online at CMA'sToyotaofMartinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
1-0. Our score between Moorefield and Hedgesville in this District 6 elimination game. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop. Colin McLaughlin back in the studio as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, which is brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. So Dylan, it all comes down to this for this Hedgesville team that was very impressive in the area tournament with 15-0 win over South Berkeley to punch their ticket here to the district tournament. As this one misses high for a ball. A 12-0 win over Martinsburg, a 2-0 win over Morgan County, and a 3-1 loss over Jefferson. Trails Moorefield here, though, 1-0, as it's been just an unbelievable performance on the mound for Keaton Watts against this Hedgesville lineup and what they're capable of.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been lights out. He has got 3 pitches left. Frankhauser's got to be patient with this at-bat. And there's ball 2.
Frankhauser follows into a 2-1 count, so good at bat so far.
Yep. If this pitch is not in play, it'll be his last batter faced.
And the 2-1 is hit on the ground towards second, and Finn will throw to first in time for the first out.
That's big for Moorefield. That's one more guy that he gets to face.
Moorefield trying to head to the state tournament. Have a chance to head to the state tournament. Frankhauser, second baseman, grounds out to second, and that will bring Fink to the plate with one away. number 9 hitter in the lineup. As the pitch. Low for a ball. And you do wonder, Dylan, who else is in that Moorefield bullpen. Obviously, though, they've made it this far, so probably have some more reliable pitching, but you never know what could change with just one pitching change.
Right. Well, we never know what the depth could look like.
And the 1-1 is popped up in the infield and caught by the shortstop Williams. So there's 2 gone. That will do it with the pitch count for Watts. So we'll take a break before the final out. But that's the good thing is
your new pitcher needs 1 out.
You just need 1 out, and also, you feel good about what you've done so far just as a team, but you do look at it from the Hedgesville side as it's only a 1-0 lead. So,
yeah.
It's not a situation where if you're up 5-0 with 1 out, you feel like anybody could almost get you out of it.
Right, Moorefield needs 1 out. Hedgesville only needs 1 run.
So it should be a great battle. It looks like, I think, Williams, I believe that is, coming on to pitch. So we will take a 30-second break, give you that pitching change, and give you the final line on Keaton Watts, who was great today. This is Little League Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
We welcome you back here to Oatsdale Park. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Dylan Bishop. Colin McLaughlin back in the studio. We have a pitching change. It's going to be Caden Finn, the second baseman, coming on to pitch for Keaton Watts, whose day finishes with the pitch count limit. Watts ends up pitching tremendously. Gets the 2 groundouts here. He ends up striking out a total of 8 batters in his 5 2/3, and allowed so far just 1 hit. Allowed just 1 hit in total. His day is done. But it's going to be Biden here batting, one of the 8 Hedgesville All-Stars to strike out so far, as this one's fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
We saw Biden have some good success in the area tournament. He was able to be one of those guys at the Hedgesville bottom of the lineup. Even though he's the smallest guy on the team, he was able to have a lot of success.
1-1. This is low and outside for ball 2. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, these 10, 11, 12 guys all had some sort of moment where they contributed, it seemed like, for Hedgesville throughout the area tournament. So even with 2 outs, you don't want to count out this Hedgesville team yet. And it's a 3-1 count here on Biden, so he has a chance to at least extend the inning and put some pressure on Moorefield. As the 3-1 pitch hit on the ground off the glove of the pitcher, Finn, and into center field. So Biden finds a way on, and that'll bring Easton Deeds to the plate.
1 base runner is all you need. And a lot of times in Little League, a runner on first can turn into a runner on third before you know it. The blink of an eye.
For sure. And we already saw the pass ball be the difference so far for Moorefield. So Deeds coming to the plate, big hack, and a big miss for strike 1.
Deeds was swinging for the fences on that one. You gotta know that you don't need to get it all back on this at bat.
The 0-1 misses low for ball 1.
Obviously, we saw Deeds have an inside the park home run in the area tournament.
But Dylan, you can't forget that home run wins the game.
It does. It's true.
This one hit up the middle into left center field.
Bring him home.
Biden is going to round second and head for third. He's coming to the plate. The throw home. In time, I'm sorry. And for the final out of the game, they did bring him around. The throw was wild, but Eli Kidwell made a great play to get to that ball, apply a perfect tag on Biden coming home to end the ball game. What a way to end it, Dylan.
It was a really good cutoff throw in terms of power. He had to go back there, Kidwell, and go a little behind the plate, but it was with plenty of time. Hedgesville has been aggressive on the bases. That's kind of been their calling. It was in the area tournament. I thought he would get there. Man, that's what an ending.
Yeah, it was a great tag from Kidwell. Good throws from the outfield. You see one roll all the way to the wall. Biden has pretty good speed, but they get him. And it was a good play from the Moorefield defense. So, game on the line. You know, we talked about it maybe in some of the games that we saw in the area tournament, coaches holding off on sending runners home. You see Hedgesville dies at the plate, but, I mean, you've been aggressive, like you said, all tournament, and back in the area tournament at least, so you go for it there and you come up a little bit short, but overall great game and great run for Hedgesville.
Yeah, it was your number 12 hitter on deck, even though we've talked about how good the bottom of the lineup for Hedgesville has been relative to what you would usually expect. So I don't hate that move. I thought once the ball got past the first cutoff man and kind of rolled to the second one. So, but it was just a great throw from there, and a tremendous performance from Moorefield. That was impressive all the way.
For sure. So let's wrap things up here on the postgame show, which is brought to you by the Palace Lounge, located on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg, with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. We'll start with victorious Moorefield, who advances now to the runner-up game. They'll play the loser of tonight's game between Jefferson and Mineral County. We'll have that one for you at some point here this evening, probably about 30, 40 minutes after, from now or so, depending on where the teams are at and everything. It's scheduled for 8, but could start a little bit early, so just stay tuned. But we'll run through those Moorefield stats. First, for the pitcher here tonight for Moorefield, Keaton Watts, who 8 strikeouts in his 5 2/3, gives up just 1 hit. Great performance for him. Hedgesville ends up with 3 hits, though, throughout the game, as Kaplan gets a single, and you get the hit there from Deeds and the hit from Biden, but not enough against Moorefield, who ends up with not too many more, just 4 hits on the other side, but a few more base runners for them. The hits coming from Taylor twice, Williams once, and 1 from C as well. So those were your game stats, which were brought to you by Hagerstown Ford. Revolutionizing the car buying experience. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com. Our game summary is brought to you by Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. Essentially, the 1-run difference in this one was that pass ball that allowed Moorefield to take the 1-0 lead. Player of the game, Dylan, brought to you by Rock's Local Markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Rock's fast, fresh, friendly.
Keaton Watts.
Yeah, pretty easy.
5 2/3 shutout. Had a no-hitter going into the 5th. Just a tremendous performance. Got his team just 1 out away from the victory. His team only got him 1 run of support, but that's all he needed. It was a fantastic performance.
And against a team that had scored 27 runs in their previous 2 games. I mean,
right.
Pretty unbelievable stuff there from Watts out there on the mound. So definitely deserving of our player of the game. Again, brought to you by Rocks. We'll take a break. On the other side of that break, we'll have probably some alternative programming until we bring it back here to Hedgesville for Game 2. But that does it here for us.
Jefferson and Mineral County set to start at 8 o'clock.
Yep, district championship game So the winner of that one heads to the state tournament. But for Colin McLaughlin back in the studio, Dylan Bishop, I'm Nick Verzolini saying so long here from Oatsdale Park. We'll see you in just a few minutes with Game 2 here tonight.
We thank you for listening to live play-by-play coverage of Little League All-Star Baseball. Little League All-Star Baseball is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR, Martinsburg. All rights reserved.